from earlier today at Farm Aid, and this is Jamie Johnson.
I said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, and it ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was a-lovin'. And times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm and a Great Depression. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. On this one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943. In the wintertime, you can almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. He was a high school teacher from New Orleans, and he had my back right through the day we left. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. Said this one is my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June, and that rose was red and her eyes were blue, and just look at that smile. I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Yeah, pictures were shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color.
Now, I was just dancing during that last song, and I don't know if you saw, if you saw me dance, this is Jamie Johnson standing right next to me, and I was actually dancing while you were playing your song. It sounded great. But you have a special reason for being here at Farm Aid.
Yeah, well, you know, when I was a kid, we had our own garden out back. My dad grew our own food, and, not all of it, but a lot of it. We had zucchinis and squash, and cucumbers, tomatoes, all that sort of thing, watermelons. And it's good food, you know. I like good food, and I care about what they put in it, what they put on it. I also care about family values, and those are the kinds of things you learn when you till the soil with your own hand and pick your own food and that sort of thing. And I think that's worth passing down to another generation.
So you have a very special connection to the people who support Farm Aid, and the music means more to you that way, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I got to reading up on Willie's reason for putting all this together. It's the same with me. You know, I learned the same thing as a kid. Oh, I didn't know I did, but I did. We grew up in a trailer in the middle of a bunch of land, and you know, it's always it was a part of my life at a crucial time in my life where I was learning everything. You know, 4 and 5 years old, the whole world's still kind of brand new to you, and one of the first things I learned how to do was grow food, and learn how to take care of it that way.
Well, we thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful music with us, and everybody enjoyed it. Everybody was dancing. I know I wasn't the only one. So, Jamie, thank you for coming up here to talk to us, and thanks for playing today. And now we're going to go to Carson, who